Jasmine. My name is Jasmine. Whether it's negative or positive, music itself somewhat plays a role in everyone's lives. Music may have different impacts on known people, and over the past years, music was first used for celebration, but now it's commonly used to express the way people are feeling, and it sometimes puts someone in a better mood. Teens are influenced by music the most because they are easily influenced. I believe people should not be held accountable for what they listen to, because every time you turn on the television or radio, the same thing is playing. Today, most of the music can be easily accessed, and most of the music in today's society sound alike, which is another reason why people should not be held accountable for what they listen to. Music has some type of effect on people, whether it's negative or positive, depending on the genre of music and the person. Music can be used to cheer someone up if they're feeling down. It brings back memories, whether good or bad, and it can even cause someone to do good things. Music even has an effect on the growth of a plant. There are negatives, which are mainly caused by violent songs. People can be held accountable for listening to negative songs because they know right from wrong.
My name is LaTrice, and just to touch bases on also what she said, this generation's music has changed a lot from what it used to be. You have like different titles of songs are very degrading, and what are inside of the songs is what's mostly the bad influence, such as in songs women are referred to bees and whores and things of that nature, and seeing how that, we're singing these songs even though they're talking about us, and we're singing and calling ourselves that. So I find that that's kind of disrespectful when, you can sit and sing music that's actually downing you instead of supposed to be uplifted. And the fact that we're open to change, but there's really no sense in changing, because what if you're listening to John Mayer and your other friend's listening to Chance, and he's going to clown you and pick on you about it. So, you just choose to just continue on with what's in style. And that's another big problem, is that we're focused on trying to fit in instead of being our individual person. So if you're not the same person that listens to all of rap and R&B and things like that, you shouldn't be scared to continue on and listen to music that you like to listen to, such as music with meaning. Songs nowadays, it really doesn't have any meaning. It just has a beat where we can get out there and dance, and that's the end of it. Music back when we were probably coming up and when our parents were born had meaning, had a message in it where you could learn from the song. Music now, there's no sense of you learning from it because there's nothing to learn.
You don't feel like our music has meaning?
I feel like
why do you think our music doesn't have meaning?
Some songs in our generation, I feel it doesn't have any meaning because it's just pointless to make a song. Like a song that I thought really was pointless in making was I can't really think. I'm just going to use this as an example. Cashing Out, the guy that sings Cash Out. I kind of thought that song was just a little retarded. I mean, I still like it.
What song?
Jam. Cashing Out.
Oh.
It's not necessarily that it's retarded. It's just that, you made a 3-minute song, it hit the radio, you talking about how much money you can make and how you spend it on bracelets and chains.
That's the meaning.
But that's who, like...
That's not the message.
That's
not the message. Like, it doesn't have a meaningful message.
Yeah.
It's just
music repeats itself. So some
stuff
we listen to is the same. Some stuff we listen to now is the same thing they made then. You never know. He probably took that from somebody else too.
I mean, you do have a point, but
I feel like everybody has their own meaning in their own music. Like, there's no just delving music.
I think that she can do the super story.
Delivery.
Yeah, how you're interpreting it. Because they might have mean it so way different.
Okay, what about chicken noodle soup or lip gloss?
Right.
Songs that came out with no one. Anybody, I could be in here singing that and
He was wrong.
it
Her lip gloss is popping.
And then it was like dance.
I mean, I'm not trying to like down this generation's music, because I mean, I'm in this generation. I listen to it. Y'all probably will see me at some of these parties dancing to some of these songs because the beat is nice. But I'm just saying, speaking on it as we do need to step up a little bit of our music selection. Not saying that we can't like 2 Chainz, not saying we can't like Lil Wayne, Elvana, all those people, but we could step it up and listen to a little bit of old school stuff. We could have a little bit of music that does have some meaning.
I have a question. Do you think that the type of music that your generation, my generation, listens to reflects upon the way that we communicate, the way that we speak? Like, say for instance, like I don't listen to 2 Chainz or, you know, all those type of people, but some of my friends do. And I hear them speaking and some of them writing the same way that their music, the same, you know, it's like there's a direct correlation. So what do you think about that?
I also think that I agree with what you're saying, because it also is kind of bad, because this generation now, like when you hear us talk, you don't hear us greeting each other like, you know, it's a hey, simple, what's up. Some of us be like, oh, hey, you know, with a derogatory term in there, maybe a cuss word. And it comes so natural, so it's not really our fault, because we hear it and we see it so much that we can't help if it slips up, or if it's starting to intertwine, I think that's the word I'm trying to use, into our normal and everyday language that we speak to each other. So I do think that the negative music does have negative causes on us as far as us speaking. I have an example of I was listening to some music last night, and I was listening to D'Angelo and Lauryn Hill. I don't know if anyone is familiar with those people. And their song "Nothing Even Matters" was kind of like basically a love song, you know, them two just talking and, you know, letting each other know no matter what happens, you know, everybody else around us doesn't matter, but it's just about us. That message was very clear. You got it. You enjoyed the music. You enjoyed the song. Versus as music now, it's just like, it's kind of, it went from that to now it's derogatory, now it's kind of rude. We still like it, but like, let me think.
Trying to think of a negative song.
Yeah. With D'Angelo's song like that, you also have, let's say Future, his Turn the Lights. That was his definition of how D'Angelo felt about, sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. That was D'Angelo's definition of how he felt about his girl versus Future's definition. I feel that it's a little bit clearer and a little bit better than, I feel like D'Angelo's a little bit better than Future, but that's just me. I still like the song, but that's just how I feel about it. Is there any questions? Yes?
So back to the question she asked in the front, do you also think, like I think that the music, like I'm agreeing with you, but I think like the music from, in our generation now is giving females a different perspective, like, you know how like Paula's like the B-word songs and stuff like that. So like, how do you feel like about that?
Me personally, I'm not, as you can see, I'm not very a picky person when it comes to music. I listen to a little bit of everything, and whatever beat, if I like the beat, of course I'm going to jam. But I do not like the fact that we are constantly known in songs as B-words, whores, whatever they would like to call us. I would like to be called a lady, something, but just not that. I feel like that's just a bit, you just pushing it to the edge. You trying too hard for no reason.
Well, like personally, like for me, like I don't really listen to like the older generation, but is there like a difference, like how do they like approach females like in the older generation compared to the songs now?
That's a good question. I really wouldn't know. Say it again.
Nah, I said that our generation we're just more straightforward than they were. Like,
Yeah.
we gonna tell you that our music tell you exactly what you want, like what we want, when we want it, why we want it. During that time, they beat around the bush.
But I think it was out of respect. I think the music is more respectful of the female. majority of
Fine, you
music
said that,
was
no,
back in the day.
God.
We're talking about Al Green and back.
I mean, each song didn't like degrade to it in a certain type of way, and it was a good song back in the day too.
But do you think that they put this, they use the B word and all that stuff in our music because we say it to each other?
But that also time like females let them say it. Like you got rap people like rap women like Nicki Minaj, she made a song called Stupid Hoe. She basically doing the same thing with her and she knows just as well. So you can't all just blame it on the male that makes the song. You know, do it to the Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj, Trina, all of them.
And then they won awards.
What? You award bad behavior, and that's gonna make it. If you award a female bad behavior for doing that, they'll be like, well, I'm gonna give an award for it too. I'm just like they follow suit behind each other.
But they kind of,
Well, how do you explain when Nicki Minaj wasn't out, but they was doing it before?
I mean, Trina and Lil Kim still out. I'm not saying it's just Nicki Minaj specifically, but I'm saying people say, oh, men are degrading women, but women are degrading women too, just as much as the men do it.
but you also have to think about whenever they have, I'm not saying anything wrong, I'm sorry, video music awards, and like we get the vote on it, and you know, whoever gets the most votes, they win. That also falls under, if people are listening to it and people are voting for these songs, that's why they're winning. It's not necessarily as they're winning because they're degrading women, or they're winning because, you know, people are actually out here listening to it, this, that, and third. If it's a hit, it's a hit. And that's all people really are looking for right now, is a hit. People are gonna pay to see shows like this, they're gonna pay to listen to music like this. If you download it off iTunes, it's probably like $3, some change, some change, you're gonna download it because the song is hot. And then they win based off of this song. Like, I don't know if anybody see like where.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm trying to go with this. I saw answer the questions.
Do you think the music that our generation affects like the younger kids?
Yes, I do, because I feel as though kids, well, this generation is moving so fast, so it's not like, you know, it was back in the time where we actually got time to grow up. Kids now, you have 5 and 6-year-olds singing songs by 2 Chainz, Nicki Minaj, etc. And I feel like they should be still learning in the books. They should still be learning their ABCs, still be learning how to multiply, and whatever age group it is, they should be more focused on that instead of focused on, I'm doing my homework after I watch BET. Like, I know kids who were 6 and 7 years old who watch 106 in Park, and then they do their homework. I feel like that is completely backwards, and somebody needs to, you know, correct that a little bit.
Okay, so I have 2 questions. One, y'all said that people listen to music because it expresses the way they feel, but you guys forgot the part about how the artists are expressing how they feel. Do you think there's a limitation on certain artists and how they feel coming out in the open with that?
Jasmine?
Oh yeah.
Repeat the question. You guys said that we listen to music because it expresses how the way we feel, when I didn't hear much about how the artist uses music to express how they feel. And do you think there are limitations? There should be limitations on certain artists expressing certain things that they feel publicly. I personally think that artists make songs for people to relate to. That's how I look at it.
Even if there were limitations, it wouldn't matter, because they would still exceed them, go over them with a little overboard with however they're feeling. They're gonna, as she said earlier, they're very blunt, they're gonna say how they feel. So therefore, if there was limitations, it wouldn't matter, because they're still gonna exceed over by expressing how they feel, whether it's with a derogatory term or whether it's just speaking negatively, positively.
So are there any solutions? Can I hear from both of you in terms of, do you think there's a solution?
A solution to the music we listen to?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's your choice to listen to that music. I'm saying, is there an overall solution that you can come up with? Or do you feel that there music that's being placed in society right now. And videos, for that matter.
I don't think so.
Oh, no, I don't think there's a solution. I mean, it's just far as if people vote for it, people vote for it. When it's time for awards and it's time for people to get it, if people vote, they vote. If they don't, then I guess we see the change, or I guess we see what's in and what's not.
Okay, any other questions? All right, thank you. All right, I believe that ends our presentation, right? Okay, so I need to meet with our group on your way out.